Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to be looking at how leaders can get engagement and some useful tips on how to do that. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 7th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success. The president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, a best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, is going to be released shortly. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now, this podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan, and trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is "Kiotsukete." Kiotsukete. Be careful. So you might look like you're going to trip over something, or there might be a step that's there in front of you, and someone might say to you, "Kiotsukete, kiotsukete, kiotsukete." Be careful, be careful, kiotsukete. Or you're driving in a thunderstorm late at night, and when you're leaving, they might say, "Kiotsukete, kiotsukete, kiotsukete." Be careful, kiotsukete, kiotsukete, kiotsukete. This is episode number 404, and we are talking about the 3 tools to engage your team. Engaging your team as a leader is a relatively new idea. When I first started work in the early 1970s, none of my bosses spent a nanosecond thinking about how they could engage their staff as a leader. What they were thinking about was catching mistakes, incompetence, error, and willful negligence before these problems went nuclear. That meant micromanaging everyone. Management by walking around meant checking up on people. The construct was that the team were problematic, and the boss needed to have forensic skills to stop problems escalating. That was the age of the hero boss, who was the best at everything, knew more than everyone else, and could do it all. That won't fly today, because technology has made business so much more complex. Back in 1971, Nobel Laureate Herbert Simon noted, "A wealth of information would create a poverty of attention." This is where we bosses are today, with handheld devices which keep us permanently connected through the flood release valves of the internet. We are time poor, handling trouble aplenty, struggling to keep up with market shifts, and spending too much time on Clubhouse. What this translates into is bosses are too busy to engage their staff properly. Unlike the 70s, when it wasn't a thing, engagement is known today and expected. We are doing a poor job by design today rather than through brutal ignorance. There are 3 useful foundation tools we can apply to spark the process of engaging our staff. Engagement levels are closely calibrated with how well the direction, values, and culture of the organization synchronize with those individuals in the team. Here is the tricky bit. How well informed is the busy boss about the team members' agreement with the firm's direction, their value set, and the culture they want for their workplaces? This is where the poverty of attention kicks in, and bosses don't know much about the team because they never ask. There is scant time for asking questions when you are busy raining orders down like missiles on the team. We can create connections with our team members by asking factual questions about where they were raised, how many in their family, where they went to university, etc. We may find commonalities of experience or gain insights in what has made this team member the person they are today. Find out more when we come back from the break. You can find out more about those programs on our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for Selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you there on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Today's show is sponsored by, in our Professional Leadership Series on the 9th of April, we're looking at innovation. On the 12th of May, we're doing cross and upselling. And also in our Professional Leadership Series on the 14th of May, we're doing the difference between leading and managing. Welcome back. We need to have this information as a base, but we need to go deeper to help us understand the way they think. That means using causative questions. These are inquiries such as, why did you choose to study geography at university? Or, why did you choose to join that company? Or, why did you get involved with parachute jumping as a hobby? You get the idea. These questions reveal motives for decisions and inform about priorities. The third tool is asking value-based questions. Our values drive our decisions and carve out our behavior. For companies, this is often where the wheels come off. The rhetoric about what the company stands for and the leadership behaviors don't line up. There is nothing like tough times to reveal the firm and the boss's true colors. These are not immediate questions we would ask because they can feel intrusive. Imagining you will engage someone by getting to know them better and leading off with a question such as, tell me about a turning point in your life, is not going to have the desired effect. We need to be building the trust over time, and once we've gotten to know them reasonably well, we can then ask deeper questions. We can inquire, think back to the way things have gone in your life. Would you do things differently? Or what have been the high points of your accomplishments so far, etc. Things are in constant flux. And a conversation held 18 months ago may have been overtaken by a series of events in the meantime. So we have to make chances to keep engaging with our team, to keep up to date on where they are in their thinking, what are their current primary values and recent experiences. Less time on Clubhouse and more chatting with the team will do a lot more for the engagement of your people and will help to drive toward achieving the organization's goals. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.